Hi guys! So I hope you guys have had a really great 2018. I'm still full of a cold, somehow I'm finishing 2018 feeling not great, but I wanted to sit down and talk to you guys about some of the study habits or the study goals that I have set for myself for 2019. So it's this time of year when everyone starts to, you know, reflect on their 2018, set goals, set resolutions, stuff like that for the new year. So I have set myself some habits and goals for studying specifically. It's what I really want to achieve, and it's what I've noticed that I could do better at, or things that I sometimes do but I don't do all the time, and I want to make them a habit because I feel that when I do them I work more productively, or I feel better about the work that I've done. So I'm sharing these because I thought that you might want to hear them. I put it on my Instagram and you guys were interested, and obviously if you think that they might be of use to you guys, then you can obviously employ them and try and make them a habit for you as well. I have written them down. I've got 5 and I've written them on a not so sticky note because these things like don't stick anywhere. Okay, so the first one is to use timers. I've noticed that when I say set a timer for like half an hour, 40 minutes or an hour or something, I find that I work more productively in that time because I have a bit of a time pressure. I can just work without timers and that's what I do most of the time. However, I do notice quite a big difference when I put a timer on, because it means that in that hour or that half an hour I have to learn some notes that I've set myself to learn, and without a timer I'm like, there's no stop on this, so I can just, you know, take my time, and I will set the duration as I see kind of fit. So if I'm trying to learn like a few sides of writing or some notes or something, like actually learn it and get it in my brain, then I'll set myself a good amount of time, like 40 minutes to an hour, especially if I haven't read those notes quite recently and they're going to be quite new. And then when I'm trying to drill something, I'll shorten the time and see how long it takes me to get through something, and to just see how much I can say regurgitate if I'm doing it without my notes in like half an hour or 15 minutes, something like that. So it's a way to maximize productivity and to just really get your brain in gear. It's kind of more like an exam situation and what you'll have at the end of the year, because yes, everything is time pressured. It just kind of gets you used to that, and I can just set one on my watch. I used to use my phone, which is just as good, or you can just use a clock on your laptop. Anything at all, just set one, and when that timer goes off, you either move on to something else, you take a small break, get something to eat, get something to drink. And yeah, I just think it's a really great way to stay on schedule as well and to just be more productive. I like it. I really do like timers. The second one is to take more breathe breaks. And it's not to do with studying, I know, but it can really help you to reset your mind, to like calm your mind and then prepare you for the next bit of work that you're going to do. So I'm someone who can very easily just get sucked into working non-stop and not giving myself any breaks. I'm almost rushing to get things done. I put a lot of pressure on myself to be productive and get everything that I've wanted to do that day complete. I do often try and fill my day so it's crammed full, and I don't give myself any space or time to just breathe. As you guys know, if you watch and keep up to date on my channel, I have used some meditation apps recently, and on my watch as well, which is actually turning out to be really useful in many ways. It pings at me all the time throughout the day telling me to take a 1-minute breathe break, and so far since I've had the watch, it's really bad. I've done it once. However, I do notice that when I do take a breathe break, it allows me to just calm, you know, just like settle down, let my brain and all those neurons that are firing rapidly just like calm down for a bit. And even if it's just a minute, I do notice a difference because I'm not so uptight about things. When people do come in and I'm studying, I often will just be like in the zone and I can't be distracted. However, if I actually take a 1 minute out, it's 1 minute, 60 seconds, it's nothing. It's not gonna change anything, but it's just gonna make a huge difference. And yeah, I need to really appreciate that. If I do meditate or I breathe for a set time, just think about nothing, and try and clear my mind. It makes such a huge difference, so I need to do it more often. Number 3, yeah, this one, okay, it's gonna be hard, this one, really hard. It is to reduce the time spent on a screen. And the reason why I say it's hard is because everything, or the majority of things that I do, are on a screen, and I really don't like that. So I love working, and I love the fact that I put myself online and the stuff that I do online, but everything is on a screen. I'm working on a screen, if I'm reading something off a screen, editing a video on a screen, posting an Instagram picture on a screen. Everything is just digitalized. And I know that my eyesight has really deteriorated since I've been at university, and that's because I've just been reading so much stuff. I've been looking at things that are very close up. I am slightly short-sighted, so short sight's fine. Things in the distance and far away, especially things on a screen, they're looking blurred. Where are they? Yeah, I don't wear them very often because I only really need them in like lectures, or if I go to the cinema sometimes I wear them even though the screen is huge. It's because it's all pixelated and it looks a bit blurred to me, and if I'm going to see a show or something, I wear glasses. I'm sorry, they're like blurring and I can't see everything, but yeah, these are my glasses, hey. So I'm really paranoid about my eyesight, but I don't actually try and do anything to help it. But then I don't know if I can, because as I said, everything is on a screen. However, I'm kind of thinking like I need to therefore just make sure that I alternate between doing something on a screen and doing something that's not on a screen as much as possible. So sometimes I will find myself for hours or even the whole day just on a screen doing something. And last time, especially when I was writing my dissertation and just reading papers online, it's like I'm not going to print them off because then that's a waste of ink and paper. So I read everything for my dissertation, and I was doing so much reading last term for my dissertation especially, and everything was online, and I felt that sometimes I would just get up when I was, say, going to dance and going out and stopping. My eyes would just be so, I don't know, blurred, kerfuffled, couldn't really focus. Yes, it will give you a headache if you're on a screen for such a long time, and I did get some headaches sometimes, especially last term. Yes, I like to stay hydrated, but sometimes hydration wasn't solving my problem. And that is when I knew I'd just been on the screen for too long. And I also noticed as well my ears go extremely hot and red. They're not necessarily hot, but I just feel that all the blood inside my body has just been sucked to my ears, and they go bright red, and then I can feel them burning and like pulsing, like my heartbeat is like in my ears. It's so weird. And I also get a strange cut off where like this bit of my ear is red, there's a line here, and the rest of me is just like this beautiful pale color. And yeah, those are my symptoms. And when I get headaches and my eyes feel weird and my ears go red and everything's pulsing, I know that I've been on a screen for too long, and I experienced that too many times last term especially. Reducing time spent on the screen is going to be hard, but my solution, or my goal next year especially, it is to just, you know, alternate between doing something on a screen and doing something not on a screen. Sorry, I'm redoing my hair there. Screens, I love them, but I hate them at the same time. Okay, number 4 is to, yeah, okay, I've written don't be scared to dive in. Doesn't make any sense to you, but it does in my head, and I'm going to explain it. Okay, so my problem sometimes is that before I, say, like write an essay without any notes, or I practice something as if it were an exam, like without any notes or without any guidance and help, and under a certain time limit, I find that I put those things off until I feel 100% confident in the stuff that I've been learning. I'm really bad at that. I put things off until I feel that I am 100% confident in everything that I know. I know that I have enough to write about in an essay, or I can answer questions about it, or I feel as if I just know enough detail before I then test myself or write an essay. And I need to take more of a risk sometimes to just, you know, like dive in, jump in, do it straight away, even if I don't know anything fully, because that will then highlight to me what I need to go back over and then what I need to work on. So I'm just very good at putting it off and being like, no, I'm not ready yet. When I've experienced, especially at university, in an exam where there's an essay title which I have to write, but I don't know very much about the topic, or it's very vague, And in first year especially, there was one question which I didn't revise for at all and I had to write an essay on it. So it's gonna mimic those situations if I practice it. And that will make it so much easier to deal with if you're in an exam and you're faced with that situation, you know? Go for it, even if I don't know everything, I'm a bit like meh on the topic, just do it and see what happens. So the last one is oh, I've just realized that all my folders are like stacked up there and some random stuff, just junk in the corner of my room. Yeah, it's quite a specific one, this. It is to plan essays, or yeah, essays, because that is everything that I get examined on this year, it's essays. Is to plan them every single bloody time. Holly, I am so good at planning my day. Tell me to write a to-do list and I will jump on it very happily. Tell me to plan an essay, I'm like, oh, why not just dive straight in and get writing, you know, more time to write down more stuff. When actually, when I plan, it goes so much better most of the time, and planning is just in general a very good thing. However, when I'm writing essays, especially in exams or like mocks, I just forget about the plan and just dive straight in, and that is bad, you know, bad. Holly, no, you don't do that, Holly, and I don't advise it. And I am very good at just not planning essays. Don't know why. Well, I do know why. It's because I'm like, I need more time. I need as much time as possible to write as much down as I can. Sometimes that's gone fine. We've come to a conclusion and it's fine without a plan. However, I have had situations where I've just, you know, blurted on a page, written down whatever kind of came to mind next, and therefore the structure was not great. You know, I have had that, and that was last year in an exam. I remember quite vividly that happening, and I remember just writing, and I remember finishing like, what just happened? Like, I was just sick on a page, you know? That really didn't make sense, but there was nothing that I could do because I had to move on to the next essay. Otherwise I'd run out of time, and that was a bad move. You know, you only learn these things when you make the mistake. That was an exam, and I could have told you that I did worse in that exam before my marks came out, and that was 100% accurate. That was my worst exam because I knew, just didn't write the plan and it went wrong. So yeah, every time, Holly, from now on, plan. And you guys, plan essays. If you're writing essays, or even if you're writing an extended answer, something like that, plan it, please. I don't do it enough, and I need to do it every single time from now on. Plan, 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 plan. Every time. Okay, you got that now? Yes, I think it's drilled. That's 5. That's 5 of my study habits, goals for 2019. What was I gonna say? Oh yes, the upcoming study videos that I'm going to be doing, I have planned, you see, I plan these things, not essays. I have thought about making them kind of themed, or where it's appropriate, I'm gonna theme them and I'm going to be answering a question in one study video. For example, I am definitely going to be doing ones where I talk about whether I listen to music or not when I'm studying. One about how I study when I'm ill. But if you have any specific questions related to studying, please, now is your chance to leave them in the comments down below. And then if you like something someone has suggested, then like that comment, and the top ones will get priority. So yeah, I'm going to be answering them in a study video. So you get me studying, and you will also get me answering a question related to studying that some of you guys might all be thinking, because we don't know if we're all thinking about these things unless somebody writes it down and you guys like that comment, and we all find out that it's a big question in the study world. Also, if you take any pictures of yourself studying on notes, you know, those plain paper notes that we all love, definitely tag me and hashtag study with Holly. Be sure to do that and I can repost some of them. The new year, how did 2018 go so fast? I don't even know. 2018 has been, it's now gone, it's 2019. Happy New Year to you guys, I'm gonna say. And yeah, I will see you in 2019. How scary. Let's see what happens. Be sure to like this video, and yeah, if you're new around here and you want to join my YouTube little family, then please hit the subscribe. This is a thumb. Join the Holly Gabrielle little squad on YouTube, and I'll speak to you in 2019. That sounds so scary. Happy New Year to you all. Thank you for always being there, for supporting me in 2018. I'm honestly so grateful for you guys. And yeah, thank you so much. I'll see you in 2019. Bye!